Good morning everyone. Kalimera. How is everyone doing? Kalimera, Yanni.
Καλημέρα για εσένα. How are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. How everybody is doing?
Well,
How is CIA doing?
how's the CIA? Come on, CIA. Let us know. How are you guys doing? Send the messages down and we
Send
can
the
see them.
messages.
Right. Stelios is in the house. Here it is.
Καλησπέρα Στελάρα, καλησπέρα.
Kalispera, Stelio. Basman's in the house.
Oh, Batman. Yesterday was out.
Yeah, yesterday he was absent. Απουσία, brother.
Απουσία, σημειώστε απουσία.
Σημειώσα. Αποσιολόγια.
Έτσι.
You're going into the αποσιολόγιο. We're going to teach you what
Bring it up.
αποσιολόγιο is.
Αλήθεια, πώς λέγεται αποσιολόγιο στα αγγλικά? Υπάρχει τέτοια λέξη.
Attendance report.
Attendance report. So Batman, you're on attendance report. Oh, good morning, Bander.
Banda Bubbly, Miss Banda Bubbly. Good morning. Right, here we go. And as I say, every day is a good day. Every day is a good day. Remember that. Every day is a good day.
Exactly.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well. Oh, Easy's in the house. Good morning to you, sir.
Oh, good morning, Easy. Good morning.
Easy. Life is easy. Keep everything easy.
Αυτό ήθελα να πω τώρα. Life is easy.
Life is easy. Keep everything easy and under control. Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of volatility yesterday. Έλα, πες μου.
Κάτι πριν ξεκινήσουμε. Ακούς φασαρία από μένα ή όχι?
Όχι. Έχω και τη μουσική από κάτω.
Φτιάχνω ένα πάρκο και μας έχουν ζαλίσει εδώ σου λέω.
Α, το φτιάχνουν ωραία τουλάχιστον.
Θα δείξεις στο τέλος, δεν ξέρω. So, what do you
see in the market? Well, yesterday we had volatility, loads of ups and down before we had a move. So, speaking of which, let me zoom in a little bit. Let's go down to 45 minutes, or we can go a little bit in 15 minutes. That was our focus area, and look at that, how many times after our live, okay? So that was our live area, okay? And look at how many times you went both ways, okay? Manipulating the market, and you can see that. And eventually, you know, it tried multiple times. I mean, look at that. Loads of fake outs, okay? So I may understand that it was a little bit difficult to catch a good, a good exit of the market, and that happened after the US Open, right? So yesterday, US pushed the price up almost to our G level and start getting rejected. Now, we have a relief rally, but if I zoom out, we can close this now. We don't need any more of these target boxes or focus areas. Now, what I want you to see is that in general, we have a direction movement. Towards, in a zone from 115.8 all the way down to 112, and it's doing these kind of movements, okay? So technically we are in a lower range. We had a range higher, and now we are ranging lower, 1G level lower, and we are ranging. So we are accumulating at lower levels, okay? Now, this is a range, so I hope you can see these, okay? And I hope once you see these, I hope you make your right decisions, right? So this is your range, technically. Okay, we can mark this as a range. This is what it's doing right now on the 15, 45, it doesn't matter. Now we can see that it's kind of respecting a little bit the area of 50, and let's see if it wants to go higher. Okay, so that's why it is quite important, to zoom in, right, and zoom out multiple times for you to understand what is going on, right? Because if you are extremely zoomed in, sometimes you can miss it a little bit. Okay, so big range drop, right, and still ranging. Okay, so no big changes, just a manipulation to freak people out and to wipe out traders. Okay, so we need to keep it nice and simple. We see that after the bottom of 112, it was pushing all the way up, it's coming down, and there is a possibility that it's respecting the 50 and it's going to try to push one more time towards the top side of the range. Now, if it's going to continue and go upside, you're just going to continue trading to the upside. Okay, this is the bigger picture. Okay, if you're going to intraday, which means you go down really down to 15, okay, this is the areas that you need to pay attention. Okay, a G level and a G level and a 50%, half of the G level. Okay, now you are, let's say, in the top side of the split, the 50%. Remember, this is the premium zone, this is a discount zone, so we are in the premium zone. Okay, it seems that it's respecting the 50%. Let's see today with the EU. Let's see if they're going to push the price a little bit higher to that G level. Every level, I want you to treat it as resistance. Okay, if the price is under that rejection area, that is going to be like resistance. If the price action is above rejection area, treat this as a support. Okay, until proof otherwise. Okay, so if you keep that in mind, that every line is a rejection area, okay, and you need to identify the direction of the price action. If the price action is moving below towards an area, resistance. If the price action is above an area, moving towards it, it's going to be, you're going to use it as a support. Okay, I'm not going to say you that 99% is going to bounce. What I'm saying is you need to be alert when the price action is reaching these areas, because there's two things that are possible to happen. Either it's going to freeze, stop a little bit, react, okay, or it's going to break it. So either way, you need to be alert in these areas. Okay, right. Okay, speaking of which, yesterday's area, the focus area yesterday was here. Okay, remember, that was the area that we are paying attention. Loads of fake outs, manipulation both ways, taking out liquidity, and then it made the move to the upside. Why I say it was a liquidity grabs? Because you can see, let me do this in a different color. You can see that that's the highest wick taking out all these shorts, and this is the lowest wick taking out all the longs. So there was accumulation, right? So a lot of people probably were active trading. The market decided to shake out a little bit the traders, the high leverage, to shake them out before it's going to do a move. Okay, so for today, I want you to be a little bit cautious. We are in a downtrend since yesterday. Okay, as you know, observation. Okay, you need to observe and see what the market is doing. So currently we are in a down push trend. Okay, only since 8 o'clock this morning, which is mid Asia, it's not the early time of Asia. Around 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock is Asia open. So that's the Asia open. Okay, that is the around 11 o'clock around this time is US. So you can see the US created this kind of support here. Right, so these are the support. So after 9 o'clock towards the final hour, okay, you can see that US was pushing down, probably taking profits. So it was pushing down. Asia wake up, push a little bit the price up to take this liquidity, small liquidity, and continue to the downside until we reach that area again. Okay, and you can see that they pushing now. You see the reaction of it, and it's getting pushed to the upside. So are we going to see continuation today, or are we going to see like this is like a kind of a relief rally, a correction, and it's going to come down again to that 50%. So this is what we have to pay attention today. Okay, so either it's going to get pushed to the upside to the top, trying to take, let's say the Asia is trying to close and take the US high, or maybe they're going to come down into this section trying to retest. Okay, so for you to see what's going to happen today as intraday trader or scalper, it's up to you. The best advice I can give you right now is for you to identify what their intentions are. Okay, you know that you are in the middle of nowhere, in between two zones. Okay, so follow that trend line. Okay, since 8 o'clock a couple hours ago, it's pushing to the upside. For you to identify if the trend is going to be over, just follow that trend line. Okay, keep that trend line here nice and tight and see how it's going to continue. Is it going to continue that trend line, or is it to come down and break it? If it's going to break that trend line, you can open a short, and there's a higher possibility that's going to come down to the 50%, more closer to the 50%, right? Otherwise, if it respects it, you need to be careful with this area here. Okay, the first area that you need to pay attention is the V shapes. Remember, go to 15 minutes and see where you have V shapes. Okay, you have plenty of V shapes here. Let me highlight them. V shape, V shape, V shape, V shape. Okay, so you have an area of trouble here. So I'll do that little box here. Little box, right? And that is your common grounds, a flipping point. Okay, I'm not going to make it too wide. So let's talk that because the price is under. Let's talk that it's a rejection level. Okay, I'll keep it nice and clean gray. I'm not going to put it red or green. So this is a rejection level. Okay, so let's see what Bitcoin is going to do in this area right now. Okay, two scenarios are going to play with this setup here. So either we're going to break it, that rejection, and trying to flip it, support and push to the upside, or it's going to get rejected, it's going to come down. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Good morning everyone, welcome Aras. So this is what we need to be careful today. If you see momentum and you see a direction, if it's going well, why not? All right, follow it. Follow the trend. If it's going to break out and turn around, short it. Okay. This is an area, a TA, as a market structure for you to understand what is happening. You can see that it's a triangle here. Okay, it was a triangle. It did not manage to break it above, it broke it below. Now it's pushing to the upside and it's coming to this area and it's acting as a rejection area. So two things can happen. Either it's going to break it or either it's going to get rejected. Okay, and you can open the trade accordingly. Or the other option is for you to wait for the US, that we know that we have a decent volume, and we're going to wait and see what the US is going to do. And I'm assuming this is why Bassman was asking earlier in the Discord today if we're going to have a live trading. Now today I have a European match in Cyprus. So we got 4 teams playing games in the European leagues. So we have the Europa League, we have the Conference League, we have the Champions League. So today it's the Conference League. So I'm not gonna do the same work as I used to do in the stadiums. I used to be part of the production team. This year, the let's say the local championship is gonna be it's been taken over by another company. They gave it a lower price than us. It was a bit cheaper, so the Federation of Football, they decided to go with another company for the next 6 years. We had it for 5 years, the next contract for another 6 years. So another company is going to do it, but we still have the European games. Anything to do with UEFA, FIFA for the next 2 years are still under our company. And today I am going to do the streaming. So I'm going to do the redundancy broadcast. If something happens to the other company, I'll be the backup. So this is a service that I maintain with the football teams, which is my contracts. This is nothing to do with my other company that I used to work for. This is my contracts. So I have a client today to serve. So market update today, live trading or US Open market update. Perhaps it's going to be performed today with Bassman and J-Rock. The guys, they're going to let you know on the Discord. They're going to post a message or create an event for you guys to see, okay, for the exact time and details. So stand by in Discord for that. Right, okay, that is it for Bitcoin today. This is the areas that we need to pay attention. If you want to look out a little bit in the bigger picture, okay, for those that they are more towards swing trading or a little bit, low leverage, slower trades. That was a big rejection, 122. It came down, accumulate. It did not manage to push one more time. It came down, bring the imbalance, close the CME gap, and we have a new range area. Okay, so if you're good to, let's say if you're happy and good with trading the ranges, anytime you're at the bottom trying to go long, anytime you're on the top trying to short, until you have a breakout of the range. Okay, that's going to be your focus box. You can trade the range, of course you can. If you want to grab a momentum, look at the advantage of it. Okay, if you go along here and you monitor that area taking partial profits, right, if it's going to continue, you're still good to go. Okay, so you making profits on its way. If that's not the right time to break from above and turns around and you go short because you reach the top of the market, you took 80% out and you see that it's losing structure and it continues to go to the downside, you're going to reverse your trade, obviously, right? It comes down. If it continues and breaks out, you're already in from the top and getting out. Okay, so yes, you can trade the range no matter what time frame you are. Just make sure that you understand this is a resistance. Look at that, support, 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 and break, resistance, resistance, resistance. So this is a key level for you, 105.8. Sorry, 115, not 105, 115.8. Okay, and this is the area that you need to pay attention. And after that is bouncing up and down. Okay, it's bouncing from the bottom. You see that respecting the 50% multiple times, it went down, reclaimed. So far, if you look in this area, okay, it's kind of trying to see, it's trying to tell you a story that we're trying to hold this level here. Okay, you see open and closes of the bodies are sitting above 114. Okay, so it's playing in this region. There is a possibility, by the looks of it, that it may go for another push to the upside. Why? Because it's holding above the 50% of a G level, right? So it's like more bullish. But you're not going to take anything granted. I want you to go level by level. I've just explained to you according to your style. If you're intraday, day trader, or a little bit like mid-term traders, swing traders, this is the kind of setups that you're looking on the different time frames. Okay, here we are, and you can see that we have that rejection and it's coming towards the down. Let's see how that trend line is going to act. Is it going to be support, right? Is it going to be a support, or are we going to break it? Let's see. Okay, give it some time and see. Go straight away into Bitcoin long term. Okay, for the investors kind of mindset, we can see here on the weekly that it got inside the imbalance, cleared the CME, and you see that the next weekly candle is a bullish candle. It's blue. Now TA wise, it is not yet bullish. Okay, that candle, it is not bullish. Why? because it's within the previous candle range. Okay, so that is your previous weekly candle. That's the top, that's the bottom, and you see that your candle, your new candle, your current week is within these two borders, right? It's within this range. So definitely, you cannot give a name of that candle that is a bullish or bearish. Okay, for you to be bearish, you need to see a continuation to the downside. So you need to break this low for you to classify it as bearish. If you wanted to classify this as bullish, you have to see that weekly candle break above the previous high. To be inside, it's nothing, it's accumulation. Okay, so that candle, never mind the color that is green or blue, which is bullish, okay, on the sentiment according to the previous candle size, it is not bullish yet. Okay, for you to be bullish, you have to break this range. You have to break out of the range. So today it's Thursday, so we got a few more days to close the weekly candle until Sunday midnight Monday. Okay, so we have until Monday, early hours Monday, to see what kind of candle we're going to have. If it's going to be bullish, or it's going to be bearish, or it's going to be in a range accumulation. So far we are in accumulation. Okay, no change. Okay, no different, no clear direction. Okay, so that's why we have the G levels, that's why we have the breakdowns 115.8. we need to monitor what the price is going to do. So on the long term, on the bigger scale, on the weekly scale, we see clearly that we got rejected on 122 and we lost support 115.8. we came down, it created that low, and now it's trying to push with again another rejection. Okay, look at that wick here. If I zoom in, you see we have a wick. It means the price reached that area and it got pushed down. Okay, never mind now that it's trying to push further up. Never mind that it's blue, because here's the opening. This is the current price, this is the high price. So far we got rejected from 115, right? So the big boys now, the people that are looking the weekly time frame, this is the long-term traders, all the investors, okay, not day traders, they don't see things to be positive, so to say, or bullish, right? Rejection, lost the support, we got rejected, and we under that rejection area, 115.8. Okay, so the big boys see still we are in the phase of correction. And let me clear this chart here a little bit. We don't want too many things to be on the screen. Look at that, we still have the 7-day stochastic RSI cross down and looking to continue to the downside, right? Slightly correction of the let's say the strength of the direction, and I'll give you an explanation. I'm gonna align here. Okay, so we have an alignment, and you can see a little bit of the blue line. It is not following the initial waypoint, so to say, direction, right? Look at that, it's kind of slowing down. Okay, however, same thing, same thing with the slow line. You can see that we have change of direction. Okay, that was the initial cross down angles, and you can see that we have the slow line going lower, and you have the fast line trying to correct, or let's say is its course. So we're going to wait and see what's going to happen. We have a high and a low high, so this is a bearish divergence. Okay, on the price action, you have in these same areas, okay, that high on the price action, on this low high on the indicator, you have a high. So opposite directions, the indicator has more weight, a priority, and it's telling you that we created a bearish divergence and we are in the correction phase. And as I said a couple days ago, last week, we need to see what's going to happen with 109. Okay, now that's it about the long-term setup here, the scale. Okay, higher time frames, weekly time frames. Okay, Now, CME gaps, we haven't created anything since the last time that we cleared the, on last Friday that we cleared the CME gap. Since then, we haven't done anything. We're going sideways, okay? Exactly the same thing. You can see that the previous week, if I go to weekly, this is your low, this is your high, okay? Go back to the daily, and you see that we are not creating any clear direction, okay? It came down, clear the CME gap, imbalance, is pushing, but not really breaking, okay? So we're going sideways, okay? Look at that, we're going sideways, but we are ranging within the weekly range. We haven't created a new area according to the previous week status, okay? So no big change, no big directions yet, okay? We need to be a little bit cautious. Now, Ethereum, okay? We had a different area, focus area. You see that it went down. It came down to these guys here, to that order block, okay? And it touched it and start pushing to the upside. It's trying to claim one G level, a second G level, and now it's trying to retest that 50%. That pink line is the 50% between 3,700 and 3,600. So two things can happen. Either we're going to find support and move further up, or we're going to break it, okay? That was resistance, that was resistance, that was an intention. I want to break it. It could not sustain it. It came all the way down and push one more time. So let's see if this time it's going to find support, okay? Find support and then move to the upside. If you want to go to a smaller time frame, let's see if you can get a focus area in this region here. Okay, so that's your focus area. You had a small push to the upside. So let me do this focus. Go down to any time frame you want. There it is. Let me refine on the 15. Can I refine this on the 15? Just a little bit refine on the 15. Then I can go down to 5. So this is the area. That was the first attempt to get out, a second attempt to get out, and this is the 50%. You can see that I have a line in there. So that's my 50%, kind of respecting the 50%. If we see respecting, it's kind of a little bit bullish, right? If you have an area, small range, and you see that it's bouncing from the 50%, it's a good sign, okay? Now you need volume, you need more traders to come in and support that, support the action of Ethereum that it wants to find support. So you need more volume to push to the upside. So same conditions, breakout, retest, and stay out of the range for you to go long. Lose the box, come down and break out, retest outside the box, lose the G level, and you're going short. That is for Ethereum. Right, let's have a look on Ethereum and Bitcoin. You can see that still yet Ethereum, it has its moments. It's pushing to the upside, it comes down and it's pushing once again. So you can see that Ethereum is overperforming, it's getting a little bit rejected. Bitcoin has a move, and then Ethereum once again is trying to push further up. And so it's a constant fight between Ethereum and Bitcoin, who's going to be overperforming. If you zoom out a little bit, this is the 1 hour, you can see that we are in a big range as well. Okay, so let's see if Ethereum is going to break this range and continue to push further up. T1, very quickly, you can see that kind of we're rising. We are, we got rejected on these guys here. Okay, you have multiple tops here. You got rejected, you lost the G level, it's coming down, but once again it's bouncing exactly on 358 on the G level, and it's trying to find a direction, it's trying to find momentum, right? It's trying to find volume to continue to the upside. Tier 3, same thing, right? You have multiple tops here, 1, 2, 3, it's dropping, we lost the G level, it came down, bounce from another support, trying to go up, no clear direction. You're more than welcome to look on the chart on the crypto space without the stable coins. Same thing with T3 without the stable coins. Have a look on others. Is it altcoin season? For you to see altcoin season, you need to see a continuation of the push to the upside. Okay, so every time you see that the others is pushing, it's telling you that the altcoins are overperforming Bitcoin and they are in the greens. Okay, right now we found a small rejection area. Okay, kind of rejection coming, correcting, but I'm not going to say it's a correction. This is still pushing to the upside. Very quickly, gold is pushing to the upside. Okay, so if they're pushing up the gold, this is kind of, they're going towards a safety area. You can see that silver also is pushing to the upside. Look at that. Let's have a look at oil. Oil is looking good. Nothing dramatic. Okay, an attempt to go lower, which is good. Okay, if we're going to break that range and we're going to see oil going lower, that is going to create a good ground for the markets. That's something is not to be worried. Yesterday only fuel was going up, gasoline was going up. Okay, and I couldn't understand why. Oil was more stable, but gasoline was really pushing yesterday. Let's have a look a little bit on natural gas. Okay, that is anything to do with Russia. This is 1 hour candles. You can see that was pushing down and then it was creating a little bit of momentum. You can see here yesterday in the US Open that we see a little bit push to the upside, but here's a G level. We want to see that natural gas, it stays under $3, $3.14. So we know that there's not a lot of trouble going on with Russia and Ukraine or anything to do with Russia. Okay, this is the Russian economy, natural gas. Right, SPY, a little bit push to the upside. That's why we've seen, and the market was pushing to the upside. That's why we've seen Bitcoin pushing to the upside, US still pushing to the upside. Let's have a look a little bit on Dixie, and then I'm going to move towards to John. I'm going to give the screen to John. So here we are. Okay, there it is. So we need to be careful a little bit. This is a high time frame. Okay, so this is a Dixie. You see that Dixie since 2025, the beginning of 2025, was pushing down. Okay, which is a dollar value. Every time it gets pushed down, that gives a good help to Bitcoin to move. Every time it's pushing towards the upside, it's pushing Bitcoin down. Okay, so we can see that we had a push yesterday to the downside. Okay, it's pushing towards the downside, so it's getting rejected. Okay, let's see what's going to happen with that trend line. Okay, let me go to 12 hours. Let me refine this a little bit. Let's make it a little bit more accurate. So roughly around here. Okay, one touch, second touch. So let's see if Dixie is going to come into this region. So every time that Dixie is dropping, it's good for Bitcoin. Every time that Dixie is going up, it's working against it. Okay, so right now you see Dixie is pushing to the downside. That gives a lot of time for Bitcoin to have a nice, more stronger positive direction rather than negative. Okay, but when you see Dixie aggressively going up, like here, okay, sorry if I grab the marker. So if that was going up, right, this is when Bitcoin's going down. Right, VIX. Let me see the VIX on that chart, because I marked it with colors, background colors. So it's dropping. Okay, that is good. So fear is leaving the room, so to say. We had VIX going into the yellow and coming back into the green. That was our area of focus a couple of weeks ago, right? So we were holding, and then we had the spike up. That was a little bit, when we have announcements from the United States. Trump was issuing new tariffs again. So yeah, that created a little bit anxiety. Right. This is about the majors, the big boys. Okay, let's see if Bitcoin is going to respect that trend line. Let's see by Dixon dropping. Let's see if Bitcoin, traders, they're going to push Bitcoin further up to take advantage of Dixon dropping. So let's see later in the US if we're going to see a push of Bitcoin to the upside. And without any further delay, I would like to go to John. And John, your general, John, he's ready with his XRP and to give you
as usual
insight, or as usual. Right.
As usual with XRP.
Okay. Here we go. The screen is yours, brother.
Also, send some news on Discord about XRP. Let's see. Maybe we'll see a blow off from XRP. Maybe. Too many news, but we don't see major moves yet.
Yeah, I mean, guys, the news that they're coming out, okay, is already a little bit too late because XRP already moved. So, sometimes you see the primary move happen until the news that came out to the public. So, a lot of people are expecting to see a move after news. Sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not work, okay? The market has to do what it has to do despite what are the news. So don't fall for that trap.
When you see the chart, you have more directly info.
Yeah.
So as we can see over here, what do we see? XRP on the 50% has made a support and now is trying to go even higher. But in this white line I have over here, the 50%, between those two levels, it's gonna find some difficulties. We have one rejection, a second one, this candle over here, we have a wick that didn't manage to break that 50%, but right now as we speak, we see that it's printing a new candle. It's blue for the moment. Let's see what exactly we'll do. I'm on a 4-hour time frame. Let's go on a 90 minutes time frame. There we go. More information. What do we see? We have 1, 2, third try. Hopefully, let's see that it will break that 50%. But if we see on a 4-hour time frame, a bigger time frame, if we see on a bigger time frame, what do we see over here? We see that was dropping, and now it starts, because over here we have a high that is bigger than previous high. So now we have a higher low. From this low, we have a higher low over here, and hopefully we see the next move from XRP break this previous high over here and make another higher high. So maybe you see a change of direction. Let me lose that one over here. There you go, the previous high over here. It broke that one, went to our G level on a 3.11, found some resistance, went again down to the 50%, and now it's trying to go back up. Right now, it's fighting to the 50% to break that 50%. And if it breaks that 50%, then it's going for that 311. And then for that imbalance that I have marked over there, we see that trend line, that resistance. I have my red trend line. Now is acting as support also. It's combined actually, the trend line with our G level. If I bring it, no, I have it in 4. Yeah, it's bringing it in 4. So for the moment, now let's go to the 90 minutes time frame. There you go. What we see is trying to break that 50%. Now, if you want to do a scalping trade, when you see when you have your confirmation over here and see that it's staying above that 50%, you can trade this movement until the next G level, 3.11. We have a previous resistance over here. Maybe when it reached that 311, we see some small correction, and then even go. Then it is going to break that G level, go even higher. If we go on a daily, that's why I have marked my balance over there. If we go on daily, what do we see? We see again from that movement went up, made that correction, but we have a low. Actually, we have a low over here, and now we didn't manage to go even lower. We have a higher low over here. Maybe we'll see a blow off, like I said on live on Monday that we made on Monday, I think, or Tuesday, Monday. On Monday, I'm expecting some blow off movement from the coins before the good correction. Then we will see actually on a bear market. But in a smaller time frame, what I say before, you can change. You can not change. You can trade this one over here from 50% until the next G level is 3.37 with a 10x, or I don't know, 15x. What can you can put? It's a good one. It's a good trade. That's all from XRP. I'm expecting what exactly we'll do on the 50%, and then I will make my movement. Now, on Chainlink, we don't see from yesterday that we had our live. It was under that 1696. Still, it is under, but we see a blue candle over here. I'm on a daily. We see a blue candle over here. That is good. That is printing. That is trying to break that G level. And as we can see, what do we see? Went for a small movement to the upside, broke that G level, but didn't manage to keep it, and then went below. And now it's trying again to reclaim that G level at 1696. Let's see. I'm waiting to see from a link if it stays above that G level. Show me that has enough strength, and then I will take my entry until the previous high, and then I'm going for the next G level at 1997. We have previous high over here, another one over here, so we have a smaller levels. Also, we can put our G levels between those two. We can break this one with the 50%. There you go. You have your spots. You're expecting to stay above that 50% and then go even higher. As we always says, level by level. Over here, as you can see, we have a liquidity pool. What we always say is that the price is chasing those liquidities. If you know where your liquidities are, then you can see that where the price is going to after. But always level by level, you have your G levels, and then you're making your marks. There you go. You have one. You're in balance. Along with the G levels, you have more info. I have my trend line over here, my resistance that is coming way back since December. Actually, why it gone? There you go. I saw that in my trend line over here, I have my first confirmation, second one that is staying above that G level, and then went to the upside. That's why I always say actually to wait and see and have your confirmation before your next trade. Now, the same here. We have a low, we have a higher low. If it will say above and continue to the upside, then you have a higher low. And if it try to break the previous high, you have a higher high. The 4-point system that Thales always talk about to us. And actually, that's all from me. For the moment.
So soon?
Sorry?
So soon?
So soon? I'm not at my home to have a good internet because I'm afraid also like we saw yesterday that my screen broke. I'm kinda, ξέρεις, είμαι λίγο επιφυλακτικός, μην κάνω πάλι τα ίδια.
Alright, okay.
Both XRP and Link, I'm on the wait mode, if I can say, because I want to have my confirmation first.
Alright.
On XRP, okay. I have my mark over here at 50%, and also on Link, I have my G levels at 1696. I'm not on the trade at the moment before I see my confirmations.
Right, okay, cool.
That's all. Thank you very much.
Right. No problem. No problem. Right, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time that you have a few minutes if you want to, come up with any request. That's not a problem. XRP news is long-term bullish, won't move the price anytime soon. Charts lead the way always. That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, also XRP is taking some years to move, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
if we see over
time.
here.
Yeah, it's taking time. I mean, look at that.
Let me show you something.
Yeah, why not? Show us while you still have internet. I have XRP since 2018. 2018.
Since then, yeah, I have my XRP from here. Okay. That was the point. And look, the time has taken to see some good profit, if I can say.
Yep. Yeah, it takes time.
I have it on spot, not in futures. Okay, I have it on spot. And since I saw the movement over here, this break to the upside over here, then I have put some trade. I also have in spot still, but I have a part of my XRP to have on futures. For now, I'm expecting that blow off that I talked about before, because I'm expecting something like that, a blow off. I mean, maybe we'll see a push to the upside from major first, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then from the alts, a blow off, and then the good correction.
Right. Okay. Cool. No problem. No problem at all.
No problem. Right. You have any coin?
I don't have any coin, but this is that's what we said earlier today, that we have a trend line. Let's see if Bitcoin is going to find support. And while you were talking about XRP, boom, it goes up. Right? But it goes inside our rejection level. So we need to see what is going to happen now. Okay? Either it's going to get rejected.
It managed to take it.
So there it is.
It broke that rejection level for a moment, but did manage to keep it.
Yeah, I mean, we have to see if we can sustain. We're still, it's inside the buffer zone. It can still bounce from the bottom of the range, right? So it's breaking through, and you may do something like this. Okay, so that's an attempt. Now it's going to put, this is a 5-minute time frame. Don't be scared. Don't think that it's a huge move. It's not. But yeah, let's have a look and see, what the rest of the day is gonna give us. You can see here also ETH broke out from our focus area. Let's see what kind of retest we're gonna see. All right, are we gonna see this kind of stuff, or are we gonna get something like this? Sometimes you get a very shallow retest. We're gonna see. Okay, it's breaking out, and let's see how far will it go. Right, okay. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, it was H-bar. Remember yesterday we spoke about H-bar?
Stelios asked it.
Yep, so there it is. Okay, so H-bar was coming down, and that was the area that we spoke about yesterday, and I said that I'll be interested in H-bar when and if it's gonna get pushed to the upside and hold a new level, like a G level. Okay, so here we are. H-bar made a move, not a great move, but it made a move that is trying to claim a new G level. So if someone now is paying attention on G level, that is your area for you to focus. Right, let me give it a bit higher time frame. I think that will be, let me do this one because it's more aggressive, more deeper. So push to the upside, get rejected, comes down, and then since then we are in that range. Okay, push to the upside, comes down. Anyway, you are above the G level. You are above the G level. So that's the area that I want you to pay attention and see what that is your focus area, what H-bar is going to do. Okay, if XRP, if Algo, any of these ISO tokens are moving to the upside, maybe H-bar is going to move to the upside as well. Okay, so that is for the for Stelios, because Stelios was monitoring H-bar. So here we are. H-bar is above 24 cents. We just need to see to maintain that area. Okay, that's what we want, guys. Right. Okay. Χαρά στο βλανκί σου, ρε Γιάννη. Χαρά στην υπομονή. Χαρά στο βλανκί. Το βλανκί είναι κυπριακό. Είναι χαρά στην υπομονή σου.
Σε τι?
Για το XRP που το έχεις από το 2018.
Ναι, άστα. Τουλάχιστον είδα φως. Μετά από τόσα χρόνια.
Μετά από χρόνια, παιδιά, μετά από μία πενταετία είδα φως. Τι πενταετία, επταετία.
Άστα. Αυτό το είχα πάρει, φαντάσου, τότε, ήδη σου είπα εγώ, το 17 που το πρώτο ξεκίνησα.
Ναι.
Και το είχα πάρει 18.
Ναι.
Κατάλαβε, γι' αυτό. Ήταν εξ αρχές και λέω, ενώ τα είχα δώσει όλα και τελικά μπήκα μέσα στην ουσία, χάσα λεφτά. Ναι. Λέω αυτά, άσε στην άκρη, πάμε να μισθούν τώρα. Και ό,τι γίνει.
Ό,τι γίνει.
Και έτσι, και έτσι μείνανε.
Και έτσι μείνανε. Σωστά, ωραία.
Ναι.
Μια χαρά. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us know if you want anything else to be charted. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up and give you positive energy to you guys for you to have a really, really good, rest of the day, rest of the evening for Stelios. Trade wisely, mark your areas. Make sure that you meet your conditions and then you engage and then scale up. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. Anything else?
He's losing 50%. We are great.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us today. I hope you enjoyed the market update. And I'll see you all guys. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make the market update, okay? Because I have a trip to take. Yeah, I'm leaving in the morning, right? So 11 o'clock I'm leaving, so it's going to be really tough for me tomorrow to do the market update because everyone is going to, I have to take everyone to the airport. So yeah, so there is from now on, the market updates, or let's say market calls, they're going to be taken on Zoom. So be aware inside the Discord, right?
We have J-Rock and Bassman.
You have J-Rock and Bassman later today. They probably
US market.
They're going to do probably the US market. Okay, so watch out for that. And any other updates are going to be inside Discord. Okay, and Zoom. So until then, okay, I'll be back on the 15th. Okay, but until then, I'm going to wish you to have a great time. I'm going to be always looking and watching on Discord. Any messages, don't be afraid to come up and ask questions. If you are trouble with any chart, let us know and we'll give you our thoughts, okay? Our aspect of you. And you're not alone. We're never alone. We have this lovely community. Bassman and J-Rock is going to be here. John's going to be here. Myself is going to be here. Right, so let's take a week off from YouTube, right? And we're going to be focusing inside Discord. Right, okay, guys.
We need a recharge.
Yeah, it's the last time. Let's say the last chance for the family to get out before the school is going to start, because 1st of September they're going back to school. So it's a one last trip before the new season starts.
I wish you to have a great time.
Thank you very much.
To have some rest. To recharge your batteries. And
thank you.
After the 15, we're going. Πάμε δυναμικά. Δεν ξέρω πώς να το πω στα αγγλικά.
Yeah, we're going to be dynamic. We're going to be strong. We're going to come back strong and refreshed, full of energy.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Have a nice one. Take care of yourselves. Okay. Always. And
have a great day to all of you.
Great day and great weekend. No one's going away. And we're going to catch you later. Have a nice one. Take care, guys.